Hey everyone, this is David. No, that's not why we're here. We are here for one of our David's Daily Dish of David's Daily Dish. We have to stop in real time and address what has just happened. Here's the thing. Listen to me. Listen to me, okay? I don't want to talk about the Gorgas. Everyone says, why do you talk about the Gorgas all the time? I really don't. To be very honest with you, the last people, okay, can I just be honest for a minute? I came today. Listen, we were overdue for a little check-in with David's Daily Dish. I was going to talk to you about the Real Housewives of Salt Lake reunion last night. Was anyone else there besides Monica? But here's the thing. This Saturday on Patreon, I'm breaking down so much more that I found out about Monica. We're talking about the Salt Lake Housewives reunion. We can throw some Beverly Hills in there. So the Salt Lake reunion, which I wanted to talk to you about very quickly here today, we're doing on Patreon on Saturday. Listen, we got to get to Joe Gorga being kicked out of his son's wrestling match. Again, not my plan of coming on here today. I don't want to talk about you, Messy G and Josephina Gorgasita, but you guys make it so easy sometimes. Whew. And if we have time before we have to go, these are quick hits, guys. Did everyone love our chat this morning with the one, the only Miss Morgan Brittany from Dallas? You know, Dallas is literally one of my favorite shows of all times. Not RHOD, Dallas. Who shot JR? These little quick hits will never replace the main show, guys. It'll never replace Patreon Saturdays. But I had to come on and address this. I'm losing my voice. And by the way, it is literally 6 o'clock in the morning here in LA, but I had to do this. So, and if we have time at the end, I want to talk about the rat. So we have a rat amongst us, and she scurries. There's a piece of cheese in the corner. Her name is Tam, the TamRat. Tamara has come out and responded. And if we don't talk about that here today, we will talk about that on Patreon also, to this whole breakup of the Tres Amigas. And people have sent me the clips. I got some things to say about Tamara's response. Not really what you think. But here's the thing. For everyone who doesn't know, there's a video. It's all over. I think I saw it on TreyFab. I saw it on Housewife Historian. I saw it probably on Support the Bloggers. I saw it on TMZ. Joe Gorga was just kicked out of his son's wrestling match. So let's just set the scene. There's a high school wrestling match. These are, high schoolers. One kid, his son, is wrestling the other kid. And basically the referee makes a, call. I mean, the kid seemed pinned to me, but what do I know? By the way, I'll forget it. I'll just save that statement because it's going to be a whole controversial statement. But the kid seemed pinned down to me. And well, apparently Joe disagreed, but the ref said, yes, the match is over. Joe Gorga's son lost. The minute that happened, you guys have to go watch this video. I'll share it, I guess. Joe Gorga charges the ref and is all up at his face. And these refs, these high school refs, man, I got to give them credit. I mean, they don't play around. They all jump into action. They back him up. And basically, Joe Gorga gets kicked out. This is a children's wrestling match. So no one's going to throw down here, Josephina Gorgasita, and it gets kicked out. But my point is, listen to me. Listen to me. He just can't help himself. I really, Messy G. Hi, Melissa. I know you're listening. You see your husband's name in the title. I get it, girl. You want to know what I'm going to say? They all listen, guys. Really, they do. How do you think we ended up on the Miami Housewives? But listen, I have nothing against you, but he can't help himself. He can't. You could argue maybe, okay, Jersey's off the air. You don't see your name in the headlights. You want some press. You're Joe Gorga. This is going to get picked up by TMZ. No. This wasn't staged. He can't help himself. I truly, from the bottom of my heart, I'm not coming from Joe Gorga. I think he needs anger management. Listen, like brother, like sister, she flips a damn table, that Teresa Giudice, and this one is now charging at a ref. I mean, we've seen a lot of other aggressions of Joe Gorga over the years, but I really, truly think, as I've said before, I'll start a life advice podcast in my second life. The key to life is just look, you cannot control people's actions. That will never change. There's nobody's actions in the entire world who you can control. If you are married to someone, if you have a best friend, if you have a mother, whoever it is who you're trying to control and pull the puppet strings and manipulate them and get them to do what you want, A, you got to be fucking exhausted at this point, and B, it's a waste of your time. You can't control people's actions. You could only control your reactions. So the key is when something happens in life you don't like, breathe in, breathe out, and say, oh, well, just pretend you're on heavy drugs all day, right? I really don't medicate myself at all. I don't need it. I'm medicated on life, guys. So I really do think Joe Gorga can benefit from some anger management. We will talk about this more on Patreon. Also in details, these are just David's quick hits. Guys, there's a show every day, 7 days a week. These quick hits will never replace the main show. This is just to check in because I got to react in real time. That's what you guys seem to love now. You know what the difference is between Teresa and Joe? And I'm not a tree hugger. Trust me. I got my own issues with Trey. But here's the thing. The whole namaste thing, she's namaste bitches. She's married to Louis. Louis is a good influence on her. The thing is, I really, truly, from where I'm sitting, see growth in Teresa. I really do. Now, look, when Margaret pisses her off next season, season 14, she's going to tell the bitch to go fuck herself. Of course she is. She's still our Teresa, but she's really calmed down, right? Yes, she smashes this, she smashes that on the show still. I mean, she's still the same Teresa that flipped the damn table, but man, this guy chars. You got to watch this video. And then he's kicked out of the Suns wrestling. Look, here's my thing. We all saw the video. You're going to see the video. What happens after that, right? That's what I want to know. Because when you're driving home in the car with your son, after being kicked out, I don't know if you go to the 7-Eleven across the street and wait till the damn wrestling match is over. But, that's where you're like, listen, we were just silent or driving along, vroom, 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 in whatever hopped up car he overpaid for, because he's small dick Napoleon syndrome, have to show off. When you're driving home and it's silent, that's where you're like, listen, kid, what I did was wrong. Violence is never the answer. Listen, do I love to win? Yes. Do I believe in winning at all costs as long as it's legal? I do. Me, David Yontef. I believe in winning at all costs. I'll do anything to win. That's how I was raised. You ain't going to beat me, bitch. I'm not going to do anything illegal, but as long as it's legal, I will win at all costs. So I think that lesson is okay to say to someone, win at all costs, as long as it's legal and above board. Don't cheat. But what I did was wrong. Okay. I never should have charged. What you do, violence is never the answer. And listen, as much as we want to win in life, and the goal is to win at all costs, sometimes, kid, sometimes you lose. And you know what? It's not how you lose. It's how you get up. It's how you get up after you lost. It's how you recover from the loss. You lost, it's over. Now let's move on and look at the future. That's what you say to the kid in the car on the way home. I'm sure the conversation went something like, them motherfucking bitch ass motherfucking kid, I'll fucking kick his ass in that fucking rap and blah. I'm sure he's like, next time you kick him in the fucking balls, you kick that little kid in the balls. I'm sure that's how the car ride home went. So rather than taking this as a teaching lesson, and I don't know, I wasn't in the car. That's, so just do better, Joe Gorga, do better. Picked up. And by the way, it wouldn't shock me if the guy was banned now from all these wrestling matches. Hey, housewife historian, hey, support the bloggers, hey, Trayfob, stay on top of this and see, because I bet you he'll be banned from the children's thing. I mean, he rushed, I mean, I don't know. Listen to me. So that's that. I got nothing against you, Joe Gorga. I got nothing against you, Messy G. We got to go. These are just quick hits, guys, and will never replace the main show. I just want to say one thing, and we'll talk about this way more with Sarah Fraser. You know, TamRat, the rat that scurries. We have a rat amongst us, guys, and she scurries. Her name is TamRat, Tam Tam. She just, and I'm not listening to the two fucking twats, but someone sent me this little clip where she's explaining why she backed out of the Tres Amigas tour. And I have to tell you, look, there are two sides to every story. I'm listening to Tamara and I'm like, she has a lot of valid points. She says that she's busy with press for the traders. I mean, girl, you're not the most exciting thing on the traders. We have Phaedra. I live in the same building here in LA as Kevin Kreider, who's on from Bling Empire. We have Larsa. We have Larsa and Marcus. I want to see the dynamics between them more. So, I mean, girl, nobody cares that you're on the damn traders, but she has traders press. And she said she felt uncomfortable the last time she was there. And so she pulled out of the show. She's busy. She also said the show's going to start shooting. Hello, do you know something we don't know? Found that the most interesting. Always read between the lines, guys. When is the OC going to start filming? Man. But she also said that, she just didn't feel comfortable and she's too busy and she just can't do it. That I understand. Sarah and I are being courted to do a mini tour ourselves right now. I don't know about that, guys. I don't know about that. We would do New York and DC, maybe Philly. Someone was so upset with me last show because I said, Sarah says she's big in DC. I'll stand by that. Sarah says she's big in DC. Sarah and I are good. Stop trying to make problems. There's nothing I say here without Sarah that I don't say to her face. But I don't know. I don't know if we're going to do this tour because it's a lot of time, guys. Does everyone want us to go on tour? I don't know. Everyone does it for their fucking egos, and then you actually have to show up and, I don't take my commitments lightly. Anyway, I'm digressing and we got to go. But so Tamara has so many good points. Teddy has some good points, that like Vicky was very upset that she was called a pig by our good friend Slade Smiley. Hi, Gretchen. We love our Gretchen. We love our Gretchen. We had Gretchen on the show. She's wonderful, really wonderful people, Gretchen and Slade. But, Vicky was called a pig, and Vicky's been saying that, Teddy's very ugly lately, and Teddy's going through a lot. So Teddy has some good points. I can't believe I'm saying this. I mean, in what world are we living that I am giving Teddy more props than TamRat? But so TamRat has really good points about why she backed out. And so I'm really, from listening to this, kind of on her, not even on her side, but I understand. And then I remember one thing, and we'll go after this. She lies. The TamRat can't. She's like Messy G. So all of this stuff that Tamara's spewing forth, I got to look into it more because it sounds so good. And I'm like, okay, Tam, I got your back. I'm not mad at you. You should have pulled out. And then I'm like, David, you're being fucking played because this TamRat, she lies. She just lies. She just opens her mouth and just makes shit up. So I don't know yet. The one thing I did see on social media that I do want to discuss in further detail is Tamara said something like, she said a lot of nasty things, but she said something like, they're like, what a shitty friend you are to Shannon or whatever. One of the fans, one of you guys was saying that. And Tamara's like, actually, I'm the best friend ever because like I don't enable her. I was like, I got to give Tamara a point on that one. I think so many people in Shannon's life are enabling her, doesn't let the TamRat off the hook. We got to go. Did everyone listen to our interview with Chaz Dean on Monday? I have to give for everyone watching on YouTube, I just got my fresh cut from Mr. Gino Chapman at the Chaz Dean Salon, 2 blocks from my home here in LA. So huge shout out to Chaz and to Gino Chapman for this new cut. They are my go-to people when I am in LA and I am here for the winter. And what was I going to say? I'm one of those people who only can go 2 blocks. Like you need like a doctor. I don't do my research. I'm like, let's look at the 3 options, 3 blocks from my house. So Chaz Dean Salon happens to be literally 2 blocks from my house. So shout out to them. Listen to our interview with Chaz. You guys, do you like these little quick hits? Go listen to the Morgan Brittany from Dallas interview. We're going to talk about all of this more. We're going to talk about the Monica reunion last night. The Salt Lake City reunion last night on Patreon. I got a lot more to say, but I just want to come on and say, Joey Gorga, chill it out, calm it down, get anger management, take a lesson from maybe call Louis, He's calmed down, Trey, and I ain't no tree hugger, but I see growth in Teresa, and I just don't see it in Joe Gorga. All right, a quick hit. Here we go. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Oh, and by the way, for everyone who likes my Morgan Wade impression, which really has brought so much joy to my life, I don't know where the hell it came from. Miss Wade will be returning behind the velvet robe later this week and next week. We have some things going on, me and Miss Sarah. Love you all. I really do love you all. I mean, I really do. I do. Have a great day. Bye, y'all.